Hi everyone, today we have a very special, young, energetic and gorgeous music artist from Sri Lanka. And she's none other than Natasha Ratnayake. And first of all, welcome to Melbourne, Natasha.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Natasha, we would like to know, I know you have done so many, tracks, especially in, the Western tracks,
Yes.
English tracks. And your songs being broadcast in over 35,000 radio stations all over the world. So that's a big prestige for Sri Lankans, because a lot of Sri Lankans maybe known you, but for the Melbourne audience, I just wanted to mention that because you are so special to us.
Oh, thank you.
Natasha, tell us about your music career.
My journey. So I started my music journey when I was really little.
Right.
I was singing in choirs, my church choirs, school choirs. That's where I literally learned how to sing.
Right.
And then in 98 is when I really started taking it seriously. And so I was looking for an apartment, and the owner of the apartment, while signing the agreement, she casually asked me, Natasha, would you know any friends of yours who would like to join a band? There's this band that's looking for a female vocalist. She has to be really good. And in fact, the female vocalist of that band is leaving, and we would like to have some singers come in and audition. So I said, Miss Sunetra, I sing. I have sung in choirs. I don't know how good I am, but I can audition. And then she was like, yeah, you should audition. And she didn't even bat her eyelid. She was like, you should audition. And then the rest is history, because the next week I went to the audition and I got the job. And I would say that thereafter it has been a learning curve for me, because I've never really sung with a band or in a professional manner. It was always with a choir or, just with a group.
Right.
But thereafter it was always a learning curve for me, and look where it has brought me, and I'm doing your show.
There you go. So, Natasha, now, there are different types of, the singers, sometimes they are preferred to a certain type of music. How about you?
My music liking is eclectic. Actually, I listen to all sorts of music, but my preference, I think I elevate towards jazz, funk, soul, R&B, hip hop. I just love music.
Kind of blend.
Yeah. So I think what words fail to speak, the music,
can, of course.
And I've always...
It's an expression.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, music doesn't have a language.
No.
It can be in any language, but you understand it.
That's right.
So, yeah, I've always
It's
loved
all about
music.
talking to the people's heart.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, as I mentioned before, I know that you have done so much music tracks in English, but also I heard that you've done a couple of Sinhalese tracks as well. Am I correct?
I have.
Yes.
I have. But not too many.
Right.
Not out of arrogance or anything, but I try to stick to what I know, and stick to what I feel that my strength is. Mm-hmm. And I think English is what I'm comfortable doing.
Right.
Not that I don't want to leave my comfort zone, but if I'm doing a Sinhalese track, I think I want to make sure that I really love the track that I'm doing, or the music. So I've done about, I think, 3 or 4 Sinhalese songs.
And one for a movie.
2 for a movie, actually.
Right.
In 2012, I did this theme song. It was in Sinhala and English. I did 2 tracks. Right. It was for a movie called Karma.
Right.
And the Sinhalese version was, I had to do a duet with Nadika Guruge and myself.
One of the best
Yes.
artists.
And even that, I mean, when Prasanna, the director, called me and he wanted me to act in the movie, and I said yes initially, but then after that I read the script, and there was a few things that I didn't want to do, and so I kind of like backed out of it. But he told me, I hope you're going to sing the theme song. But then I wasn't really keen on doing that either. But then when the movie was released and it was about to hit most of the international film festivals, and he said, Natasha, me karanna kamathida? I said, okay, to be fair by you, why don't you send me the track?
Yes.
And I said, I don't want to do anything in Sinhalese because I'm not really good at it. But he sent me the track, and then I really liked the music part of it because it was really very emotional. There was violins and very dramatic. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So then I asked him, I said, I'm doing it in Sinhala, but can I do an English version of it? He's like, yeah, all the better.
So you suggested that?
Yes, and so I did 2 versions of it.
Right.
And then a couple of years ago, I was actually so inspired by the Gammat, the program that was done by Maharaja. I decided to do a theme song for them, and I did sing in English, the English version of it and the Sinhala version of it, and I think Sri Vatsala did the Tamil version of it. And other than that, this year, was it last year? It was last year.
That was Avilena Sulu.
That was Avilena Sulu, yes. And it was directed by Chintana Dharmadasa and produced by Aruna Silva.
Yeah.
And a lot of assistance were given to the project by Indra Chapa, because he's the one who contacted me. And when they initially, I think 1 year before they were working on the movie, he called me and he said, Natasha, මෙහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා වාව හිතාගෙන තමයි අපි මේ track එක මේ release කරන්න බලන්නේ for the movie මේ පොඩ්ඩක් අහලා බලමුද. So I was like, okay, I don't know that I want to sing in Sinhala, but ඒක මට email කරන්න. So then he emailed the track, and I wasn't really sure because it sounded very sort of like a baila.
Right.
And then I heard the song, and then I eventually forgot about it. Cause after about a year, the movie was done, and then he called me and said, you remember I called you 1 year ago. Sinduwa api karamuda. I said. Then he said, "A track එක නෙවෙයි මම අලුත් track එකක් කරලා තියෙන්නේ මේක අහලා බලන්න." So I was like, okay, you send me the track, I'll listen to it. If I like it, I'll do it. Because I have this policy where, not even a policy, but it comes from the heart. Because if I don't like something, I usually don't do it.
Indeed, yes.
And I have to connect with the music.
That's right.
I really have to connect with the music. So he sent me an email with the track, and then I heard it, and I was like, okay, this sounds very bluesy, and this is, it sounds very, it's like a old school track.
Right, okay.
So I was like, it didn't even sound like the clip that he sent me. It's like, okay, I don't mind trying it out. So we went in the studio, and then he came, Indra Chapa came, and Aruna Silva was also there behind the consoles, and so he taught me how to pronounce the words, and at the end he said, do your thing, Natasha. Me wage twist එක දෙන්න මට.
Right.
So I literally went to town with it, and the final track I heard probably about a few months ago, and I loved it because it's different. And so projects like that I would definitely not say no to. And so I think it's due for release, and I have to give a full credit to MS Fernando for allowing me to do legends. Yes. He's a legend, and allowing me to sing one of his songs, and he's definitely known by everyone and loved by everyone.
Of course, yes. And Natasha, now you mentioned that you were asked to act in a movie, right?
Yes.
Because I just remember that you started your career not as a musician, but you
As a
were
model.
a model for a
Yeah.
while.
For a long while, actually. I started modeling when I was about 15.
Right.
I did my first, I was really, really, young, and I wasn't sure what I really wanted to do. But I've always, from day one, I elevated towards the performing arts, whether it's singing or dancing or drama, or it was always about something to do
It
with
was in
the
your
arts
blood.
field,
Yes.
the performing arts.
Yes.
And I remember, like, I did, oh goodness, I modeled pretty much for a lot of, pretty much all the fashion designers in Sri Lanka and the choreographers, and
the ramp as well?
I've traveled the world, like,
Okay.
I've done fashion shows overseas as well, and I've had my share of fortune in terms of traveling the world with
Question,
amazing
if I
people.
ask you to choose a field now,
Yeah.
would you select modeling or the music?
Music. Hands down music, because that's the thing. Everyone back in the day, they're like, are you a model or are you a singer? So I was like, I was in a dilemma as to, because they are confused as to what
That's
am
right,
I, you know.
yes.
But now there is
clear
no
cut what it
there
is,
is no confusion there.
Right.